Oh my God. Bombshell report. Nobody saw this coming. Absolutely wild. The Chicago Cubs are the ones who are stealing Craig Counsell and hiring him to be their next manager. David Ross is getting canned and replaced with Craig Counsell in a shocking, stunning move, to be honest. Like, I'm speechless. When I saw that tweet notification, I about lost it. This came out of nowhere in left field. Craig Counsell is leaving the Brewers to go to a division rival in the Chicago Cubs. A division rival. He's choosing the Cubs over the New York Mets, who have an owner who is willing to spend whatever it takes. He's choosing the Cubs instead. I mean, this is shocking and breaking news. But if you think about it, it makes sense why the Cubs are parting ways with David Ross. I mean, the Cubs meltdown in September was unacceptable. Cubs management has had enough, and they were bringing in Craig Counsell, a guy who has a pretty damn good track record when it comes to making it into the playoffs with the Milwaukee Brewers, who are a franchise who hadn't really made the playoffs much at all before he got there. I mean, Counsell will elevate the pitching in Chicago a lot. He will attract high-quality free agents to Chicago because of his track record. So, I mean, Cody Bellinger is going to test free agency. There's a very good shot he'll come back now. Same thing with Marcus Stroman. There's a great shot he will come back. And this hire, I mean, Craig Counsell has proven he could take teams with limited talent to the playoffs because the Brewers front office, the GM, they don't really get high-level guys. The Cubs this past offseason, I mean, we saw it with Dansby Swanson. It seems like the Cubs ownership is finally willing to spend some money, which Cubs fans are delighted by. And now that the Cubs have a quality manager, a proven manager, has he made it to the World Series yet? No, but he hasn't been given a lot to work with in Milwaukee. He was one game away from the World Series at one point. Since then, it's been up and down with the playoff success. Hasn't won too much, but he was very close one time. Milwaukee's always had great pitching. They've always overachieved despite their roster. And the Cubs are going to feed Craig Counsell with a lot of talent. The Cubs already have a lot of young talent too. And I'm almost positive the reason that the Cubs made this move was because of the collapse in September. That was unacceptable. With a guy like Craig Counsell, that would not happen. If anything, the opposite would happen. In September, if the Cubs were on the fringe, they would be making the playoffs because of that. So this is a wild move. Cubs fans, you've got to be stoked. This news was crazy. What a bombshell dropped by Ken Rosenthal. I mean, wow. That's crazy. Picking the Cubs over the Mets. That's something. Unless the Mets did hire Mendoza instead of Counsell. Who knows? But I'm just going to assume that Craig Counsell had the decision to go where he wanted. He chooses Chicago, a division rival. That's cold. That's cold, but I love the hire. I think it's great, and I think it makes a lot of sense for the Cubs team. And all signs are pointing to ownership for the Chicago Cubs. The Ricketts, they want to win again, and I like that. I like that a lot. So let me know, Cubs fans, MLB fans, I don't care. Let me know what you think, because what the hell? This is such a shocking move. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.